Okay guys, so another topic under the torsion is yung tinatawag na torsion of thin-walled tube. So ano ba yung torsion of thin-walled tube? So for a non-circular shaft, so meaning hindi circle, so it requires advanced methods of analysis. But there is a fairly simple approximate formulas are available for those thin-walled tubes. So such condition is common in designing or construction of lightweight is the paramount importance, like for example in the design of automobiles and aircraft. Okay, so as shown here in the figure, ayan. So calculating the resultant of the shear flow acting on the cross section of the tube. Ayan. So yung shear flow po natin dito is yung Q, okay? So resultant is a couple equal to the internal torque T. So guys, yung formula natin for shear flow is given by the equation na Q is equals to T over 2 times A sub O. From where yung T, ito po yung torque nga natin, which is in units of Newton, mm, or force times distance, or a unit of moment. And yung A sub O natin, so ito guys yung area which is enclosed by the center line of the tube as shown in the figure. So, ang ibig sabihin yung area ng center line. So, eto, given ka ng outer and inner diameter. So, ang kailangan mong makuha doon is itong median line or yung median diameter. So, therefore, yung area na kailangan consider natin is itong area na to. Itong shaded. Coming from this dashed line hanggang dun sa gitna. Okay? So, ayan. So, the average shearing stress across any thickness T is computed using the formula where it is given by the shearing stress na tau is equals to Q or the shear flow Q over T. Before we proceed with this equation, again, ang unit natin guys for shear flow is given by the units of Newton per mm. Okay? So, baba ko lang ng konti. Ayan, so given by the formula, again, where shear stress is equals to shear flow over the thickness T. Okay, so again, coming from the formula, yun na-derive natin nung una, given by this equation. So, substitute nyo lang siya dito. Ano? So, magiging T or the torque over 2A sub O multiplied by the thickness. And when you solve for T or the torque, the equation will become, so ano mo lang to, manipulate mo lang. Or cross multiplication mo lang na ganyan. So, the torque T, capital letter T is equals to 2 times A sub O times the thickness times the shearing stress. And another formula given in this topic is this formula. So, when you are required to solve for the angle twist of a tube, we use this equation. Where yung theta nga, again, so ito nga yung angle of twist natin, which is measured in radian. So, if you are required to get the answer in terms of degrees, so you need to convert that first. Ano? So, yung theta is equals to T times L times S. So, ano ba yung S natin? So, guys, yung S, ito yung measured as the length of the median line. Or yung, ito. Kung ano yung total length niyan. Or kung i-relate mo siya into a circle, parang ano lang siya. Yung circumference. Pero itong ang topic na to is for a non-circular shaft. Okay? So, maaring ano yan, rectangular shaft, etc. And so, given by this formula, so TLS all over 4 times modulus of rigidity ng G times A sub O, naka-squared siya, and then multiply by the thickness. Okay, I think that's it. So, guys, para mas maunawaan ito naman guys is ano lang, direct substitution lang as long as you know the formula and its designation o kung ano ba yung mga given na variable, madali naman siyang ma-solve. Okay? So, let's try this on an example. Okay, so sample problem tayo. So, again, basahin muna natin yung problem. A steel tube with the cross-section shown carries a torque T. The tube is 6 feet long and has a constant wall thickness of 3/8 inches. So, as shown in the figure. compute the torsional stiffness. So, ano daw yung K? So, binigay dyan na yung K natin is equals to T over theta of the tube. Number 2, if the tube is twisted through 0.5 degrees, determine the shear stress in the wall of the tube. So, use the modulus of rigidity as 12 times 10 to the 6 psi and neglect cross stress concentration at the corners. Okay. So, again, the initial step here is to determine first the formula that we are going to use. And since may binigay na theta dyan, and again, sinabi niya yung torsional stiffness K is equals to T over theta. So, it's better if ilatag natin yung equation natin kay theta. So, again, ano nga yung theta natin? So, theta is just equals to TLS over 4G tapos A sub O squared multiplied by the thickness. Okay? From where, again, yung K nga daw natin, guys, is equal sa T over theta. Okay? Therefore, this equation will become, so ano yung magiging equation natin for K? So, since may T din sa ilalim, or yung theta mo has also a T, so ma-cancel lang yun. Tama? And then, ang matitira na lang dito is yung LS. Kasi ito, no, ilalagay mo kasi sa ilalim. So, LS, and then yung nasa ilalim, itataas lang natin. Sige, sulat na nga natin para mas magets. So, ito nga, magiging T over theta, which is T LS all over 4G A sub O squared multiplied by T. So, ganito ma-cancel, and then ito, itong buong term na to, lalagay lang natin sa ibabaw. Or that is equals lang sa 4G multiplied by A sub O squared times T all over L times S. Okay, so since we now know the formula in order to solve for the torsional stiffness considering yung mga given, so let's now solve for the area enclosed by the median line. So guys, as you can see in the figure, yung mga sukat naman na 6 inches is kinuha sa gitna. Ano? At midpoint. Hindi naman siya dulo sa dulo. So I think wala na tayong magiging problema. So ang gagawin na lang natin in order for us to solve this area. So yan naman is area lang ng trapezoid. And kung mga aalala, ano nga yung area natin for trapezoid? So yung area enclosed natin or yung A sub O. So, di ba area for trapezoid is H over 2 multiply by area top plus area nung bottom. Sorry. Ano pala to? Prism. Base 1 over base 2 plus base 2. Okay? So again, since ano naman nga yan, yung binigay ng mga sukat yan is at nasa gitna, hindi naman siya dulo sa dulo. So hindi na natin kailangan i-consider yung 3/8. Ito na lang is para do sa thickness na T. Okay, pero there are some problems guys na dulo sa dulo, sagad sa dulo. So kapag ganyan guys yung mga problem, you need to deduct or subtract half of the thickness at each side in order for you to determine the dimension at every midpoint nung ating tube or ayan nga sample natin. So since binigay naman yung or yung dimensions niya is binigay dito sa gitna, so wala naman tayong magiging problema. So diretso na to. So yung H mo, yung 5, so again ito is nasa gitna. So, wala magiging problema dyan. So, that will be 5 over 2 multiplied by 6. Ito, base 1 plus 4. Okay? So, pindutin lang natin sa ALQ. So, that will be 10. Sorry, ba't na nag-calcu? So, 10 times 5, 50 divided by 2. So, that is 25 square inches. Alright. So, since meron na tayong value nung area enclosed, now, let's determine the, ano pa bang kulang sa problem? So, yung S, or yung median line. So, in order for us to solve for S, yung S, guys, is yung total, median line, length ng median line. So, itong 6 plus 4, kaso itong problema. Hindi natin alam itong distance na to. Meron nga pala akong tool dito ng straight line. Ito yung kailangan natin sunod na mahanap. Ayan. So, paano natin ma-compute yung distance na yan? Okay, correct. Kung isolate mo kasi siya, knowing that this is 4 and this is 6, ano ito? Sige, ano na. Ano ba natin para properly ma-straight yan? Ito siya, di ba? In-offset ko lang. Di ba ito 4 inches? Ayan. Tama? So, if this is 4 and this is 6, therefore ito, ano to? Di ba 1 yan? And then ito, this is also 1. And knowing that the height of this, nabuo kasi natin dito is triangle, di ba? Ito yung hinahanap natin. Okay. So, again, ang hinahanap natin dito is this distance or yung slope niya. So, pangalanan na lang natin siya as, hindi naman pwedeng S. Ano na lang? M. Okay? Yung slope. Or yung hypotenuse. So, paano natin nga ulit siya masosolve? Tama. So, using Pythagorean theorem. So, isolate lang natin, guys, para mas ma-visualize ng ayos. Ayan. So, ito yung hinahanap natin. Inilat na lang natin siyang M. And ito, again, so based on analysis ng figure, so this is 1 inches. And then ito, given naman sa problem, again, that is 5. So, yung M mo, so that is just equals to 1 squared plus 5 squared. So, 25 squared, 25 plus 1, so square root of 26. Okay? So, para makuha yung total length of the median line, so that will be equals lang saan? So, isa mo lang yung yung bawat dimensions na given. So, 6. So, S will be equals to 6. Plus, eto nga, yung M natin. Plus square root of 26. And then plus, eto. So, that is 4 plus square root of 26 also. Okay? So, I hope we're clear on that. So, pindutin lang sa AlQ. So, what will be the answer? So, that is 6 plus 4 and then plus, gagawin ko na lang 2 times square root ng 6 or 2 square root ng 26. So, the answer is 20.198. So, 20.198. So, yun, 20.198. Zero ba yung dulo? Okay, so 0 nga. 980 inches. Alright. So, I think nakuha na naman natin lahat. Ayun, given naman yung length ng tube. So, 6 feet. And given naman yung thickness. So, our K can be solved as 4 times the modulus of rigidity na 12 times 10 to the 6. So, that is in PSI. So, dapat na pound and inches lang yung mga units natin. Yung A sub O, so that is 25 inches, kaso naka-squared nga. And then multiply by the thickness T, which is 3/8. And then over yung length ng ating tube, which is 6 feet long. Kaso naka-fit siya, therefore, in order to convert that to inches, so we need to multiply it by 12. And then last will be the S, or that is 20.1980. Okay, so we will have our K, which will be equals lang sa, so dito ko na lang guys isulat So K is equals to, so pindutin lang natin guys sa AlQ to. So sabayan nyo 4 times 12 times 10 to the 6, and then times 25 squared times 3 divided by 8 divided by 6 divided by 12 divided by 20.198. So the answer is equal saan? 7, laki ano? Gawin natin ano siya. Paano nga ito pindutin na ano? Hindi. Wait ha. Pindutin lang natin tong ENG. Ayan. So that is 7.7.739. 7359 times 10 to 6. So, ano magiging unit niya? So, teka lang ha. So, ito is pound per square inches. And then ito, magiging inches raised to 4. Tapos ito, inches. And then yung ilalim, inches. And then ito, inches. So, ito cancel na. May matitirang dalawa dito. Kaso ito naka-inches squared. Tama? So, cancel to. So, ito, cancel na rin. Tama? Kasi 2 na lang to eh. Tapos 2. So, natira sa taas is pound inches. Ayan. So, pound inches. Yung K natin is in pound inches. Okay. So, next to that, since mayroon na tayong value ng K, so ano sunod na pinapahanap sa problem? So, for number 2, lagyan lang natin ng ganito, division. Okay, so for number 2, if the tube is twisted through 0.5 degrees, so given na 0.5 degrees, determine the shearing stress. So, ang pinapahanap is shearing stress. Okay, so guys, same lang din yung kanina. Ano? So, since meron tayong formula for shear stress, yung gamitin na lang in general formula, yung Q is equals to T over 2 times yung A sub O. Okay? So, ano nga guys ulit yung ating Q? So, kung babalikan natin yung slide, ang Q mo is yung shear flow. Okay? So, which is in unit is in Newton per mm. Okay? So, ano ba? Paano ba natin siya masosolve? So, we need to first determine the value of our torque considering na yung kanyang angle of twist is 0.5 degrees. So, paano natin mako-compute yun? Again. So, given ka again ang formula, we all know that yung ating torsional stiffness na K is equals to T theta. So, pwede natin siyang gamitin para makuha yung ating torque. So, yung torque mo, if you're going to use this formula, torque is just equals to the product of your K, which is yung nakuha natin kanina, times yung theta. But then again, yung theta mo should be converted to radian first. Okay? So, yung K natin na 7.7359 times 10 to the 6 pound inches multiply by 0.5 kaso ito naka-degrees nga. So, i-multiply natin ng pi over 180 degrees. So, cancel na yung degrees. So, matitira is radian. So, we will have a value of torque which is equivalent to yung answer natin times 0.5 times phi and then divided by 180. Alright? So, the answer is 67,508 0.5889. 0.5889. So, this is in pound inches. Okay, so since meron na tayong value ng T, so we can now solve for the value of our Q. Okay? O yung shear flow. So, to solve for shear flow, so meron na nga tayo ditong torsion, which is equals to this one, 67,508.5889 divided by 2 times yung area ng enclosed. So, yun lang din naman yung tube na ginamit. So, we will have an answer of divided by 2 divided by... Okay, so that is 1,350.1718. So this is in pound inches. Ano ang unit ng ating shear flow? Force over... Kita pa ba? Di na palang kita sa LM. So OBS yung unit. So dito ko lang isusulat sa baba. So this is pound per inches. Tama? And then to solve for the torsional stress, from the list of formulas before, yung torsional stress natin can be computed as, so kung marirecall nyo, or kung pulatin na nga natin dito, eto. Meron kasi tayong ganitong formula. So yung shear flow natin divided by T, or torsional stress is just equals to the shear flow over thickness. Okay? So, ito yun. Gamitin nating formula. So, nasan tayo? Mali ako na open. Ito pala. So, shearing stress, torsional stress is just equals to, magkakapareho na kasi yung symbol, kaya nakakalito na rin. Q over T. Or that is 1,350.1718 divided by, saan yung given na? Ayan, thickness, 3 over 8. So, our torsional stress, or the torsional shearing stress, is equals to calcu divided by 3 times 8. So that is 3,600. 0.4581. 0.45. So PSI, pound per square inch. Okay, so this is your answer. So this is answer for number 2. Okay guys, so again, I'll give you 3 minutes siguro to copy the solution. So you may start copying. Okay, so let's proceed with the next problem.